Mike Wallace was an upgrade at the wide receiver position for the Philadelphia Eagles this offseason, but he's determined to make sure Mack Hollins isn't lost in the equation. When the Eagles signed Wallace, that took the starting spot away from Hollins, who was the front-runner to start opposite of Alshon Jeffery at decr. Just because Hollins will back up Wallace, the Eagles' newest wide receiver is making sure the second-year pro gets his targets, even if that means Wallace has his targets decrease. Wallace told ESPN's Josina Anderson he's received good vibes in Philadelphia, really buying into the chemistry that exists inside the Eagles locker room. "I know I won't catch as many balls with how many players we got," Wallace told Anderson. "Especially with young guy, Mack Hollins, needing to get touches. He's got some talent. It'll be fun." The Eagles couldn't ask any more out of Hollins in his rookie season. Hollins, a fourth-round draft pick in 2017, caught 16 passes for 226 yards and a touchdown as the Eagles' number 4 receiver, averaging 14.1 yards per catch. He saw his playing time increase in the second half of the season, but played just 25.38% of the snaps. Hollins is next in line to take the spot as the team's C receiver, but will have to wait another year thanks to the addition of Wallace. The Eagles are beginning their quest to repeat as Super Bowl champions with minicamp beginning this month. Make sure to stay in the loop for all Eagles news throughout the offseason. Take 5 seconds to sign up for our free Eagles newsletter now. Another year learning from a veteran like Wallace could pay massive dividends for Hollins, which Wallace is willing to be the veteran mentor to his eventual replacement. The Eagles are setting Wallace up for success in 2018, by playing to his strengths and lining him up solely in decr. Wallace last played decr in 2015 with the Miami Dolphins, 2014, and his last 2 seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers, 2011 and 2012. He had 62 catches for 862 yards and 10 touchdowns in his final year with Miami, averaging 12.9 yards per catch. He made his only Pro Bowl playing decr in 2011 with the Steelers, catching 72 passes for 1,193 yards and 8 touchdowns, 16.6 yards per catch. Wallace followed that up with 64 catches for 836 yards and 8 touchdowns in 2012, 13.1 yards per catch. In his last 3 seasons playing decr, Wallace had 203 catches for 2,891 yards and 26 touchdowns, averaging 14.2 yards per catch. That's the production the Eagles are hoping to get out of Wallace at decr, playing decr, aka the flanker, will play to Wallace's strengths as he'll be able to line up off the line of scrimmage, have the speed and the acceleration to beat cornerbacks, which he will be facing. Teams can also get decr to run down in the slot and catch passes over the middle and run him in motion. The Eagles did do this with Nelson Agholor at times last season, but mostly lined him up in the slot. Philadelphia clearly has big plans for Wallace in 2018 and Hollins for 2019 and beyond. What makes this plan even better is both receivers are on the same page as the veteran in Wallace is willing to show the young player in Hollins the ropes. Many franchises don't have veteran players that buy into this concept, which is why the culture the Eagles created. Wallace hasn't had an official practice with the Eagles, but he's already part of the culture.